everybody. Um, so it is Wednesday. Yay. Jazz hands. Okay, so I was going to shoot this video outside, but I don't know if you can hear the wind is howling. I have the doors open on the van because it gets way too hot in here to close them. So I apologize if that bothers anybody. And I had to pry the camera up into a spot using my flip-flop and my chapstick to hold it in place so I could shoot this video and not make the glare in my glasses too bad. So again, sorry, it is what it is. I've been working on my blanket. I said I would show it today. I hopefully try to keep my word as often as possible. Had a busy morning this morning. Got back, did a little more work on it. I did not quite reach my goal that I had planned, but I always set really high goals, and then if I get close, I'm okay, because who's going to judge me but me? And I quit doing that a long time ago. I did have a doctor's appointment today. Everything went well. It was kind of funny. I was in there and I was working on the blanket, and I was using these lovely new, I don't want to show the blanket yet, stitch markers that I got from Becky. And this little girl came up to me and she's all like, "Oh, is that jewelry? Is that? I hope my mom lets me get my ears pierced." I was like, "It is jewelry for yarn. It's very close to the same thing." So she and I had a very nice conversation. I teach she's about 4 or 5. I did use a piece of the yarn that I have to make, to break off a piece, tie it in a knot, and teach her how to make, I don't know what you call it, but we used to do when we were kids, how you make the teacup with your fingers, and the witch's broom, and do the other little game where you go round and round and it keeps going and keeps going. We did that for a little while we were waiting for the doctor. Well, I was waiting for the doctor and her mom was. So, it was just kind of funny to have those flashbacks to when I was a kid, because kids nowadays just typically don't play with yarn in the same way I did when I was a child. Okay, enough for flashback moments. Did you want to see the blanket? Did you really want to? You don't have to look at it. I don't have to show you if you don't want to. I mean, if you want, you can turn the video off right now and just make it a surprise when the mystery challenge is done and Lori makes her video. We could. But that really wouldn't be fair, because I said I would do it, huh? Think about it. No, I've got to show it. But before I do that, I want to thank everybody who made a suggestion in regards to my blanket yarn. Someone suggested amigurumi for it. I'm not a big amigurumi person because I don't have someone to give the amigurumi to. The groups that I work with for donations don't accept amigurumi or stuffed animals unless it's in one of those loveys, right? And I guess I'm really just not an amigurumi person. Someone did suggest make a dog blanket, which makes sense because I did have 2 other skeins of this material, and I did make Natasha and Pooter an outdoor blanket, and they love it. And I like this because it does not get hot in the sun. So I lay it out on the porch, and as the sun goes out through the day, sometimes it's in the sun, sometimes it's not, and sometimes the dogs want to be laying in the sun, and sometimes they don't. So I did notice that the material itself does not soak in much of the heat from the sun, so that possibly is an idea. With this, I could probably make 2 blankets, one for Pooter and one for Natasha. I'm really, I was thinking sort of maybe a kaleidoscope granny square with this. Might be interesting, but I'm afraid I'm going to start it and then hate it, and then I'm never going to finish it, and I'm going to be stuck with 4 big balls of stuff that I never finished. So, and as you see, they're starting to unravel from all the contemplating I've been doing. So we'll see. But I need to do something before they grow legs and start to creep all over the place. Okay. Whew. It's hot outside. It's probably 80 degrees and the wind is howling. It's very warm and dry. My lips probably look chapped, but that's okay. That's just from medication and stuff. So, oh, my blanket. That's why you're here. Did I forget all about it? No, it's right here on my lap. See? Backwards again. Okay, so my goal is, so just to remind everybody, okay, I had one full baby Bernat Sport, and I had 2 of the Mandela baby ombres. Okay, my goal was to be finished with one of these and half of the baby yarn. Did I reach my goal? No. Close, and I'm still working on it, but it was after 3 o'clock my time, so I thought, you know, I really need to make a video before I lose the outside sun, because inside the van there's not a lot of light, so I got to do everything I can before it gets too dark. I do have solar lights that work really well in here, but it's just not the same as natural lighting. So what do I have left? This. This. I'm currently working with the dark blue color. You'll see in a moment. Still working with this. I have plans for this because it's white, but it's got a tiny tint of blue. You can see the difference in the colors, right? It's got a tiny tint to it. So since I'm doing a mosaic, I really can't use them together, but I have a plan for this because the other ball has just about the same amount of white or off-white in it. So I have a plan. Okay. I know. All right. So are you ready? Are you waiting patiently? Okay. Billy, is that the same shirt you had on yesterday? No. I actually own 2 of these. Who would have known? I found them actually at a thrift store. They had a bunch of them, all the same size, which is extra large, all in the same color. So I bought 2. You know, who can beat a good $2 t-shirt? Did you see part of that? Did it show up? Oh, I guess I'm going to have to show you now. So, you ready? 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 This part I'm still working on. This pattern is not finished. But see, there's this, and this, and that, and that, and there, and there. Whoops, let me see if I can get that flat. There you go. It looks better in the camera. That definition shows it much better in the camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm working on 7. Okay, so this blanket is approximately, because again, I do not have a tape measure here, a ruler, is approximately 24 long so far and 50 inches wide. So I did do a little color controlling on it because I don't want it to be gradient. I kind of like the idea that each panel had its own set of colors, and I'm trying very hard because I have such a mathematical OCD brain of not making sure, see, like you'll see here, a lot of times when people do mosaics, they'll make sure the pattern matches up. So example, this one matches up right here to this one. However, again, when the pattern repeats over here, it does not. I'm okay with it today. I am. I tried very hard, fought myself actually, to not make sure they were all mathematically perfect and lining up together. I just sort of wanted to enjoy the process. I did this section first, okay, And then I was like, oh, I'll do the ones that kind of look trees next. And my brain goes, oh, they should be green, not blue. And I was like, that's brilliant. So I pulled the green out of the skein. And then I was like, well, Jolie, now that's not gradient. And I was like, that's great. Good job. Nice thinking. So some of them have 2 colors. Some have 1 colors. And they are different thicknesses or as far as the row count. Some are bigger than others. Some will be bigger than others. I am fighting with my brain right now because my brain says when you get to the middle, Jolie, you should have a big section so you can see, because from a visual perspective, it'll look better if you have the big section in the middle to mark that it's the center, to draw the attention to it. The other side of my brain says, shut up, because we don't care today. So we're not going to care today. Okay, so my goal is to use up all of the yarn that I have making the blanket. I believe and I hope that I have more of the baby sport and white at home. So if I decide to put a border on it, I will. I'm still working on it. These patterns have come, I don't believe I paid for any of them. I believe they were all free on Ravelry, YouTube, Pinterest, somewhere. Okay. And so this is like a sampler, a mosaic sampler blanket. This is all done in mosaic overlay, not inset. I personally don't care for inset because I think there's a lot of yarn that's wasted in it. Yes, you don't have any ends, but to me there's yarn wasted. I like this blanket because so far it's very lightweight. It is a 3-weight. It does, you know, see, you can see over here. Oh, sorry for the middle finger. You can see over here the sunlight through it a little bit, but that's okay. It'll be a perfect springtime blanket. And I love the colors. I really, 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 really do. Okay. Focus. Okay, so anyways, this one is different than my very first one I did because the backs have all been tacked down, so there's no ridges. So yeah, I'm only halfway through, and actually I'm not even really half because I still got quite a bit of yarn left. I'm like 2/5, a third. How complicated and mathematical do you choose to be today? So anyways, yeah. So as long as I don't fight with my logical side that tells me what it is I should be doing to make it look appropriate, and just enjoy the ride. I love that. I love that green. That green is gorgeous with that blue. That green and blue were the colors of my kitchen from my house in Houston, which I got to design from scratch. So, yeah. What do you think? Do, 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 do. But you see how my brain goes, look, that section should be green because they look like trees. Okay. So, yeah. This piece right here is from, it's called, from the pattern Love Puzzle by Beba, B-E-B-A blankets, I believe. I don't know if I paid, I don't think I paid for anything. I might be wrong. My brain's a little tired today. So, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. All different geometrical designs, not doing any counting, just sort of winging it. And funny thing is, this section right here, the pattern, the picture looked different than the pattern came out. So luckily I have the graph and the written pattern, so we'll put the graph in here too and I'll read the graph. But yeah, what do y'all think? Good? Not good? Jolie, you're dorky? Spent too much time in the New Mexico sun? Your brain has started to waste away? It could be. It really could be. So I'm hoping I've got a few more hours of sunlight. I'm probably about 3 or 4. before it gets too dark where I really can't see, because this is a dark yarn that I have to get used up. I said what I want to do is put one ball on one side. I'm going to put that white off-white in the middle. I know, but I need to use the off-white, and I don't want to put it anywhere else because I want to make sure it shows that it's different. So there's a plan. And then I'm going to use the other ball on the other side. They will not match. They will not be color coordinated. They will not be design coordinated. I'm not doing half and then reversing it. I told myself, no, no, no. No, don't do it. This is a sampler mosaic showing the wonderful things you create when you're gifted yarn for a mystery challenge and using free patterns. I really believe that they were all free. The only one that I might have paid for is the love puzzle, but right now I can't remember. I apologize. But yeah, and they're not even like all Southwest patterns. Some of them are, but not really. They're not all like a, have an Indian vibe to them. They're all just a little different. But I love the colors. So I'm very grateful to the person who sent them to me. And look, I did use my stitch markers. They're down here. There and there. I had another one here too. Oh, it's up there. I used it to actually hold my yarn in place so I don't lose it. There. For my roll. My row. Right. There we go. Very small. But I like them because they're lightweight and they don't pull with this lightweight blanket. So, I've been busy. 2 days. I've done a lot, but that's because I just have a lot of time to sit right now and stare out the door because I can't go hiking. I'm not allowed to go walking. Can't be out in the sun. So, yeah. And I'd much rather be sitting here crocheting versus driving 4 or 5 hours every other day. That would be way too much. So, so anyways, that's it. I think that's all for today. Like I said, I'll probably do a couple more hours crocheting and then I'll probably get tired. I'm still taking suggestions for my blanket yarn. 4 skeins. 4 completely different. This one is a stripes. Everything else is a variegated. Yeah. Maybe it'll work for a kaleidoscope type blanket. I know whatever it is I have to do, I have to commit to it and finish it. If, in all honesty, if I make these in the bright colors like this, Marvin's going to kind of look at me because he's not a bright yellow, pink, green type guy. Camo and antique and everything else is what he likes, which I don't fault him for. Oops, I'm getting tangled. There we go. Okay, so okay, stop. Okay. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I will take any and all, I will listen to any and all suggestions. I'm not going to take them all in. I will listen to them all. And see what you guys think. But I'm hoping you like it. I'm in love with it, really, I am, or else I would not have worked as much on it as I have. Because I have plenty of other yarn here in the van I could have used. If I didn't like the project, I would have put it to the side and just done something else. But, yeah, 24 inches in 2 days. That's a lot of stitching. It is. So, anyway. Oh, cracked my neck. Thank you for stopping by. Leave a comment, say hello, leave a little emoji that's shaking its head going, Lord have mercy, what is up with you, woman? What is going on in that brain? Because you are way out in left field. It could be. But yeah, stop by, say hi. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for, again, viewing the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I try not to be entertaining. I just try to be real. So maybe I'm not your cup of tea. Oh, Becky. Cadbury mini eggs. Ready? That's it. Look, that is all. Wait, hold on. Let me be honest about it. That's it. That's all I have left. Oh my God. Whatever will I do for the next 2 days? I might have a problem. I might. Okay, I have to go. This is getting really long. It's 20 minutes of me being silly. Okay, so I'm going to go. Bye.